everybody. We are going to see in this video if those pennies flipped on the witch's grave. If you missed part 1, I'll put a link in the description below in case you want to watch that video before you watch this one. So at the end of the cemetery segment, which I'm fixing to show you, I will be right back with you to discuss what we found and a few tidbits about the witch that I found out thanks to some fans. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Okay guys, we have come back to see if the pennies have been flipped. We haven't told anybody we've come here because this is a very small town, and if we said we went to Witch's Grave, people would probably figure out where we went. And those the deadly nuts again that tried to kill me and Jennifer the other night. So we're going to walk back up there and see what we can find out. Stay tuned.
Make sure we didn't flip it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're filming us walking in to show no matter which way it is that we did not mess with the pennies. Sometimes I talk slow because I'm thinking while I'm talking. It's not, we've come back a little bit later because I got off work later. So I know when I see these brightly yellow stones, here she is right here. Let's see. Ah, wah, wah. They're still on heads. Debunked. So I don't know. That's not saying that she don't ever flip them. But she didn't flip them last night. But we're going to see about doing a spirit box session with her, and just hang on for that. Okay guys, we are getting started on this. Hey Eliza, do you remember us? We came here yesterday. Heard that good. Don't seem like it's turned up all the way or something. We thought we'd come back and see these pennies flipped, but they're still on heads. Do you ever actually flip them yourself? I'll set this over here beside you. Can you tell me, do kids come out here and flip the pennies just to scare their friends? Is there anybody else with you today that would like to speak with us? Okay, we may go talk to somebody else. We're going to tell you bye, and you can't follow us home. You got to stay here. Can you tell me bye? Right about time I start to turn something off. Okay guys, this is Eliza's husband, which is right beside her. And we're going to see if we can talk to him. Mr. Lackey. Seems like it does better when I hold it. Excuse me, I'll fix this camera. Can you tell us about yourself? Oops. Can you tell us how you died? Did you practice witchcraft with your wife Eliza? Did you all have any children? You came in good that time. Can you tell us something else? Hello everybody. So the pennies did not flip. Obviously this was just legend and not fact. Or was it? There are some things that we will never understand this side of heaven. So the pennies didn't flip this time. Does it mean they never have before? Not necessarily. Give me just a second and I will tell you a few things that I have found out, factual, and other things I've looked into since video 1. Thank you to all the fans that gave me some advice about the lady that's actually buried there. So number 1, I'll give you her true name, is Eliza Minerva Stanzel Lackey. She was born in Georgia and died in Grove Oak and was buried at Black Oak Cemetery. After I get done talking to you here, I'll show you a picture of her that somebody sent me too. So, she was not technically a witch. She belonged to what is called the Order of the Eastern Star. It was a fraternity, basically, for women who had very strong ties with the Masonic community. In her case, her husband was a Mason, as you saw on his grave. So that gave her the right to become part of this order. And for her to have that on her grave, she was probably deeply in it, maybe even a leader in that community. So here is what the symbols and everything mean. The emblem of the order is a 5-pointed star with a white ray of the star pointing downward toward the manager. The letters fatal, I get tongue twisted sometimes, surrounding the center pentagon, and the emblem stands for fairest among thousands, altogether lovely, a reference to the Song of Songs, which is in the Bible. The downward pointing white ray points to the west. The character building lessons taught in the order are stories inspired by biblical figures. Ada, which is Jephthah's daughter, Ruth from the book of Ruth, Esther, book of Esther, Martha, Mary, and Lazarus' sister, and Electa, the elect lady from 2nd John. So, that being said, it's hard to say, in my opinion, and I don't know how to word this because I'm not judging this order whatsoever. I don't know, I know very little about it other than what I've read and what people have told me, so I'm not judging. But what I do find weird about this, why wouldn't they make it a regular pentagram? You know, why use the inverted pentagram, which is associated with the Church of Satan? If it's all biblical, why the Egyptian symbols on it? There's so much, and I'm not down in witchcraft either. You know, I'm not down in anybody. I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to be something, say who you are. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I hope you see what I'm getting. Like, maybe from the time that it was a big thing, you know, in the 1800s or even now, maybe it's a way of people being able to practice some things that are considered witchcraft without being labeled a witch, so you wouldn't be shunned in your community. I mean, that's just an outward opinion, an educated opinion. You may know somebody that's part of this order that can enlighten me and others some more. If you do have some knowledge more about it than what I've said, put it in the comments and I'll make another video and share what I've learned. But it does seem a little strange, and I can see why everybody thinks that she was a witch, because that symbolism is very strange, to be an upside down pentagram with Egyptian symbols and stuff. So, I mean, whether she was or not, that judgment or whatever's up to you, up to God, whoever, I'm just voicing my opinion about it. But that being said, that doesn't mean that a spirit or somebody there didn't flip the pennies in the past for people. But I'm sure that kids fooling around could have known one went there the night before and come back and flipped them just to freak somebody out. With other things in this area that I have noticed from going to cemeteries around my community, a lot of the founding people in this area were Masons. I had no idea. And that's why I encourage you to find out more about the history of where you live. There's more to it than what you ever would even realize. But you need to weed out the legend from the fact. But then there's this fine line between legend and fact. Legends start from something that was factual. So you've got that gray area. You don't know which way to go with that, do you? So, legend or fact? You let me know what you think in the comments. I'm interested to hear what your opinion is. I don't want any bashing of anybody, and I'm not bashing anybody either. I'm just stating, you know, that that could be possibly a way for them to practice certain things with the cover of it being a Christian biblical society, because there's so much rumor and reflection about what the Masons actually do. So it's, you know, it's all part of the mystery of our communities. It's part of the history of how we are where we are and how our communities grew up and what everybody believes. So it's very interesting when you think about it. So let me know what you think. And you know, a lot of times I thought the M that you saw on her grave meant Marie, because in video 1 I say, what's your maiden name? And the spirit says Marie. So that could be a reflection of maybe me going to see Marie with Marie's Life Vlogs in Florida a couple weeks ago. It can mean anything, but that goes into something else that I want to discuss with you real quick before you go. And that is about protection and discernment when using something like a spirit box. Just because it comes through that box doesn't make it factual. There are lying spirits out there. There are evil spirits that try to deceive to make you believe something so that you'll be comfortable about certain things, or try to make you believe something they want you to believe for different reasons. And that was a hickory nut, I think. We got a lot of that here. I'm on my property right now. So a few pointers I want to give to you, because I've had a lot of people come to me and say that they're worried about me having something follow me or whatever like that. I do take precautions. I just don't discuss it in my videos. I am a Christian, but I do have an open mind to other faiths. So therefore, the first thing I do as a Christian is I pray to Jesus for protection before I go anywhere. I haven't really felt the need, except maybe at one other cemetery, which if you watch my videos, you know which one I'm speaking about, to pray a little bit more when I'm there, maybe in my mind or out loud. You know, the protection of Jesus covers anything anyway, but it don't hurt to have some a little bit extra on top of that. I mean, what does that hurt? So I do wear crystals. There's different crystals you can get. Some of them are protection from spirits. Some of them are just for your own well-being and to make you feel better if you're depressed or whatever. There's different ways of charging them. You have to have them charged for certain things, and you can read into it, and there's a lot that goes into that I won't discuss here. But I do wear those, and a lot of people believe that wearing those keeps spirits from touching you, attaching to you, that sort of thing. Knock on wood, not been touched yet. If I do, I probably will plumb freak right out on y'all on one of my videos. Oh. So anyway, I just ramble on, I know. But, you know, another thing I do is I take regular salt baths, because that's supposed to recharge yourself, get rid of anything negative. I haven't tried this yet, but I had heard that there are spirit baths you can take. I won't say who, but a very professional person that's in the know about this stuff had told me when you get home from cemeteries, take off your clothes first thing, put them in the washing machine, take a bath right then, use the spirit bath, and that way it ensures that nothing negative is attached to you once you come home from a cemetery. So if you have any ideas, or if you've heard some other things besides that, you know, put them in the comments. That way other people will see what you read and get your advice too, to add to that as well. You know, knock on wood, I haven't had anything negative happen to me. I know some people that go out to these places that are supposedly haunted have had stuff to happen. So just be careful with that. So I'm hoping to go to some more places soon. It's not going to be all about cemeteries. I'm going to go to historic places, and my dad is very knowledgeable in Civil War, so I may have him with me and us explore some places. I'd like to go to the Chickamauga battlefield. We went there so many times when I was a little girl. I mean, that was basically my playground when I was a child. So I'd love to take videos there. And this Saturday, I may potentially be going to the Hales Bar and Dam in Tennessee, which is only about a little over an hour drive from where I live. So that would be great. That would be the first probably really scary haunted building that I would be going in, and I may take a few friends with me. There's been people that have asked me, can you take me with you the next time you go somewhere? I want to go with you. So I may be getting a few of my fans here, my friends, together and go with me. So a lot more videos coming up. I do work a full-time job, so I don't post them every day like some YouTubers do. It might be once a week, but I'm hoping to get more than once a week. I've just got to work filming and editing in between my schedule as full-time worker and full-time mom and housewife, and not housewife, you know what I mean. All these stuff that moms have to do, the big umbrella of everything. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next time. And remember, stay safe, pleasant dreams, and no nightmares. Bye-bye.